Hey guys, Kyle from purehockey.com here. I'm here with Mike Mountain, Easton stick line manager. We've been out here all day trying out the new V9 and V9E. It's been a great experience for all of us. Mike, you want to touch upon some of the new tech that's gone into these two sticks?
Yeah, so one of the things that we really focused on was getting a better understanding of shooting techniques and mechanics. And from there, we built something around it. And what we learned was that players are positioning the puck out on the toe for better leverage, for better velocity. And so we answered that with our hyper-toe construction. Whereas typically we'll design a blade from the heel out, we really focused on toe in. Yep. And the hyper-toe construction is a series of tapered ribs coming off the toe of the blade that adds more response, more velocity, and more kick. So that as players are loading not only the shaft, but also the blade, you just get that much more response into the shot.
Yeah, I mean, both sticks have been unbelievable pop-off with snapshots. I've actually been, I'll say RS, the elliptical taper guy,
right, since
the S17s, S19s, the whole thing. I was using the V9 today. I really like the way the puck was coming off at both sticks. Puck comes off great on both sticks. You want to talk a little bit about the difference in the two tapers and how, obviously some guys I think will lean towards what they've had and kind of touch upon how guys who have liked the elliptical may really actually like this one on this stick and vice versa. It's really not so much this line or that line like it's been in the past.
Yeah, we can definitely see that there's a distinct preference going one way or the other.
Yeah.
The main difference between these sticks is the V9E will have the elliptical profile much like we've had in the RS. So as you're saying, if you're coming from an RS, this is definitely something that I would try first. The V9 has your traditional tapered shaft, and this is very similar to a Mako construction. Yep. So, but other than that, the shaft constructions and layups are identical. It really comes down to preference, and the elliptical shaft, the V9E, gives you a much more responsive feel. There's a greater sensitivity to where the puck is. Yep. It's a lower kick point, and so you can load the shaft well below your bottom hand. And then on the V9, the tapered shaft creates much more of a soft feel. So if you're an aggressive shooter, kind of shooting one-timers, I would definitely recommend this. The kick point's a little bit higher up towards your bottom hand.
Yep. And
so it really, once again, it's a preference between the two of them. They both have identical blade constructions in the hyper toe and the new core design. Yep. So it's just another way to customize your sticks, if you will.
Yeah, and then one more thing I kind of want to touch upon, and I can tell from having talked to you today, you're really excited about is this new blade core that you have in the stick.
Yep.
Do you want to touch a little bit upon that and kind of, I can tell from skating around it, it's got a ton of feel to it. It's a lot. It is when you're shooting, you can kind of feel that extra stiffness the stick's not flopping back on you, it's staying with you when you're shooting. Yep. You want to touch a little bit upon what went into that?
Well, I can tell you that our biggest focus on blades is making sure that the performance is consistent over time. We don't want to hear that the blades went soft or they whipped out or they don't have the same pop 3-4 weeks into using it. And so we've gone to a brand new Aerex core. It's an aerospace material. It has greater consistency in manufacturing, which provides greater consistency throughout the performance of the stick. It lasts, it doesn't break down, you can't hear the crackling. So it's a great robust material, we're excited about it. And as you mentioned, it also creates a much better feel and response to the puck.
We're going to talk a little about the dual eye technology in this new V9 and V9E.
Yep.
So what do we have going here with the dual eye? We saw it with the E28 introduction last year. Where's it going now?
Well, I think one of the biggest conversations around one-piece sticks is obviously patterns. I find it incredible the number of players that are pretty in tune with what pros are using, with what other players are using, and their curiosity, they really want to try other things. And so our understanding has gone to the shooting technique and what the mechanics are behind it and how a pattern can really benefit you. And so last year we introduced the E28 pattern, which has a dual eye. You have a single eye for catching passes and handling the puck, and then you have a secondary eye, for really shooting, and that puts the heel off the ice so that you can load the blade. And the E28 is pretty drastic in terms of its depth and its openness, and that really puts your hands way out in front to be able to load the blade. And this year we're introducing a new pattern, which is our E36. And this one's quite a bit more tame. It's a nice mid-curve that I think a larger number of players can use. It also has the dual eye. And you can it also is slightly open, so you can get the puck on the toe and put your hands forward, but not as drastic as the E28. So 2 patterns that we're excited about. Those plus the E3 are the dual eye patterns in our line.
All right. Hey guys, thanks to Mike and Easton. Check out more videos on the blog and a lot more stuff on that the V9E and the V9. Thanks a lot.